Welcome to our lecture online. So here's our first example, though I've shown you a few examples already. This is our first legitimate example. Here we have an object that's defined by a curve, which is y equals x cubed, or f of x equals x cubed, and it's revolved around the x-axis to give you that surface. And so now we're trying to find the area of that surface of revolution. So here we can say that f of x equals x cubed, so the derivative of that is 3x squared. We square it and we get 9x to the fourth. We're of course going to need that for this portion right here. We have the area is going to be 2 pi times the radius. Now in this case the radius is going to be f of x because it's in this direction right here. And the limits are going to go from x equals 0 to x equals 1. So those are the limits from a to b. And then this we need right here in order to find the length of the arc length along the edge of that surface right there. All right, so we have the strip, which is 2 pi times the radius. That strip goes all the way around this funny looking cone, and then we multiply that times the square root of 1 plus the derivative of the function squared in order to get the arc length of that curve. So plugging in everything we have, we can say that the area is equal to 2 pi times the integral. Now these are x limits from x equals 0 to x equals 1. F of x is x cubed times the square root of 1 plus the function squared. So we have this right here, 9x to the fourth times dx. And so right away I take a look at this and I see x to the fourth inside the radical, and I have x cubed over here. Remember, when we take the derivative of that, you end up with x cubed, which means we almost have our differential. But notice that if this is u, du would be 4 times 9, which is 36, x cubed, and we're missing a 36 there, which means we have to multiply this by 36 and divide by 36. And now we have the proper differential. So let's rewrite it so you can see what it looks like. So we have a is equal to, we can simplify that as pi over 18 times integral from 0 to 1 times the quantity 1 plus 9x to the fourth to the 1/2 power times 36x dx. And notice that this here, if this is equal to u, then this here is equal to du. So we have our proper differential and we're ready to integrate that. That means that the area is equal to pi over 18 times the quantity 1 plus 9x to the fourth power, now raised to the 3/2 divided by the new exponent 3/2 and evaluated from 0 to 1. Notice again that quite often when we do the integrals for the surface of revolution, they're a lot easier to do than integrals for the arc length. So that's why I remember as a student, I like this better than arc length, because the integrals for arc length gave me a lot of trouble. All right, simplifying this, so this is equal to pi over 18 times the inverse of this, 2 over 3, times the quantity 1 plus 9x to the fourth to the 3/2 power evaluated from 0 to 1. Simplifying this becomes 1, this becomes 9, so we have pi over 27 times. When we plug in the upper limit, we get 9 times 1 plus 1, which is 10 to the 3/2 power. And, well, it didn't come out very nice, unfortunately. When we plug in 0, we get 1 to the 3/2 power, which is 1, and so that is minus 1. And unfortunately, unless we grab a calculator, we can't simplify that easily, so we'll probably just leave it as that, as the final answer, pi over 27 times 10 to the 3/2 power minus 1. And that is how we find the area of revolution of that particular object. No, you can't simplify that.
That's the ugliest looking pie I've ever seen.
Okay, all right. Since you don't like it, and I really don't like it either. It kind of reminded me of the mushrooms from Fantasia, but there we go. No. Doesn't that kind of look like a Chinese character?
No.
No? Okay. it.